It's showtime.
Hey everyone, Django Fett here, Honey Dun Games, comics, TV shows, movies, and more, and this is a review for Book of Boba Fett. So it's finally here, finally released fully on Disney+, so it's time for 2 reviews. This is the first review, this is going to be a non-spoiler review, I'm not going to spoil anything, and the spoiler discussion is going to be next week. So, considering I am a huge Boba Fett fan, I was very much looking forward to this. I mean, I have everything, Book of Boba Fett memorabilia, I have this t-shirt, I got everything, huge Boba Fett fan, and even named my fucking cat Boba, okay? That's how much I love Boba Fett. Boba Fett, Django Fett, they're my favorites, okay? Love them with a passion. Love the Fetts. I feel like I'm part of the family too, so. Anyway, I was looking forward to this show, and it came out from December to February, and much like Mandalorian, coming out on a weekly basis. Only comprising of only 7 episodes total compared to Mandalorian, which I think it was only 10, if I remember correctly, each season. So this one was much shorter at 7 episodes. But we finally have a TV show we've all been anticipating, focusing on Boba Fett, the badass who paved the way for more badasses and characters to be inspired just like him. Before we can talk about this show, let's set up for what has happened till then. So the fact that in The Mandalorian, they revealed that Boba Fett was alive, which was fucking awesome, and everyone raved it, even EU haters. But even though they hated it in the EU, they loved it with Disney when they did it. Let's not talk about those fucking hypocrites and sellouts, like this motherfucker. And in Mandalorian, we had an epic episode with Boba Fett, and directed by Robert Rodriguez of all people. And I have to admit, I'm not a big fan of Robert Rodriguez, don't really like his works too much before, this episode came out, but wow. I was shocked how good this episode was. It was actually great. Better than I expected in a million years. And slowly afterwards, we would have a bunch of news where there would be more, Star Wars TV shows revealed as well. Kenobi, Andor, Ahsoka, and all that other stuff. But after that amazing episode, you started to see some changes with Boba Fett's character. And, some weaknesses with him. And it was a warning sign for things to come, but I did gloss it over and wanted to give this show a chance, and I did. So in this show, we focus on Boba Fett as we find out what happens to him after episode 6 and what he went through in the Sarlacc pit, and those are the past moments. And then we also have the present moments of him being a crime lord and dealing, taking Jabba the Hutt's seat and dealing with the politics there. And the past and present constantly switching with the first 4 episodes. And then so forth, it would be focused mainly on the present time with Boba Fett. And when I watched it initially, I thought it started off good with the first 2 episodes, with the second episode being my absolute favorite of the series. But you started to know things are not looking good and they're not great. So you start to notice those issues, and then things take a nosedive with the 3rd episode. And while the rest of the episodes are not as bad as the 3rd episode, things just get worse with Boba Fett's character. And they don't even have 2 episodes focused on Boba Fett at all. Out of 7 episodes, you're really having 5 episodes focused on Boba Fett. At this point, I'm going to say 4 episodes, because that's how, the season finale made it out to be as well. It was a joke. I mean, half the show is dedicated to Boba Fett, and the half isn't. It's like setting up for future stuff and more fan service and stuff like that. Instead, they're setting up this Disney TV show universe instead of, I don't know, what character are we really supposed to be focusing on in, with his name on it? Oh, I don't know. Fucking Boba Fett? And even the finale was not satisfying, and it was just pretty mediocre. And yes, it did have some cool moments, but you could say that for the whole season, and then, after that, it's like, there's nothing really interesting or intriguing at all. It's just a really dull and uninteresting show. The main problem I have is the writing by Jon Favreau, which is shocking, because he did really good with The Mandalorian. And I feel like it's done by Robert Rodriguez now, the way that it's written with these episodes, because it's bad. Especially the present-day moments are just terrible, and you really hate Boba Fett as this crime lord. And he tries to be a nice crime lord. Yeah, a nice crime lord, yeah. Because that makes sense. So he's a nice crime lord who's weak and barely does something until the very end, and even then it doesn't even save the rest of the show. And do I have to mention the million times that Boba Fett takes off his helmet? I mean, come on. Also, what the fuck happened to Robert Rodriguez? I mean, he did great in The Mandalorian, and in this, it's like the polar fucking opposite. He directed 3 of the episodes, and one of the 3 was actually kind of good, and other one was meh, and one was just fucking atrocious. It reminded me of something from, like, Power Rangers or fucking Spy Kids, which was his previous fucking works in his past. But there were some good things. I must say that Temuera Morrison as Boba Fett and Ming-Na Wen as Fennec Shand are really trying their best. I really have to commend them for their works. And especially Ming-Na Wen was really a true standout and really outfet Boba Fett, which is sad in comparison to this Boba Fett show. You know, that's the main person you're supposed to be focusing on. And there's also another character that outfets him. It's a fucking joke with Boba Fett. Now I have to say this, but when I heard Temuera Morrison as Boba Fett, I was stoked and ready for him, as he was great back in the day. You know, he's been really great in the Star Wars community. I mean, he did Django Fett and the Clones, and he's truly my favorite. I love this guy. But this is a 61-year-old actor playing a live-action Boba, and this is supposed to be a what, like 30-something-year-old Boba based on this timeline. So something is not right there. I think the Sarlacc pit really aged him and just made him whiter. that's the only thing I can think of at this point. And also, can I say that I hate the costume design for Boba Fett? It was fine in the Mandalorian, but they just continue it with this, and yes, there is some revisions, but it's just the same old, and it's just meh, in my opinion. They just don't do him justice at all with the costume. The past sequence were the only good bits in the show, and the return of the one character in one episode was great too, but don't get me started on not featuring Boba Fett in his own fucking TV show. And it just felt like towards the last 3 episodes, it was fan service for the sake of fucking fan service. For TCW fans, for Rebels fans, to just jizz their fucking pants and go fucking nuts. While the rest of us sane individuals are just like, okay, like, what's the big deal? Like, I don't give a shit. Let's focus on fucking Boba Fett for once. So anyway, I'm going to give Book of Boba Fett, unfortunately, a... Why the fuck is this called Book of Boba Fett? If this was a book, I'd throw it in the fucking garbage. This show is a big F you to Boba Fett fans. Just watch the first 2 episodes and you'll be good. Don't watch any more, as it will just drive you fucking nuts. And just stick with the EU, as they truly respect Boba and don't treat him with fucking kid gloves like Disney does. How about the Savior and Jon Favreau and fucking Dave Filoni? At this point, we can throw that shit out the fucking window. I'm starting to notice a pattern, guys. I mean, these Disney Star Wars shows, man, they're going downhill fast, and I feel like it's only going to get worse from here. I have no idea how they're going to do Kenobi and fucking Mandalorian season 3, but I think after those shows, I might be done. I don't know if I'll even continue at this point. Kenobi is going to be the really big one. I just don't know how it's going to be different compared to Book of Boba Fett, because Jon Favreau is going to be a part of it again. And is he really going to commit compared to Book of Boba Fett? Because he said he was a Boba Fett fan, but it doesn't even fucking show in this show. He didn't give a 2 shits. He just wanted to move on to another fucking show and move on to his other works. Maybe it's just too fucking much for Jon Favreau, and he's just trying to do so much at one time, because there's a lot of Star Wars properties he's being involved in this year. Like Kenobi, this, Mandalorian Season 3. I mean, god damn is he involved. Like, I think he just wanted to just get past this and just go on to fucking Mandalorian. That's what I felt like. But man, I need to take a break from Star Wars after the live stream I'm going to do next week. Just discussing spoilers. And then I'm gonna take a fucking break. I need to take a big fucking break. I might do a Star Wars EU story on Boba Fett just to get my sanity up. But I really want to get into Dune now. Dune and gaming. Mainly Dune, because I've always wanted to discuss it. And I just finished the first book, and I need to discuss that, man. I really do. I'm gonna do a couple videos on Dune, and I might do future Dune stuff, because unlike Star Wars, they like treat you like fucking children. Dune doesn't throw, kids gloves at you compared to fucking Star Wars. So I'm taking a break. I'm gonna focus on that and gaming as well, and get you more content based on that. Because I'm sick of Star Wars at this point. I need to take a fucking break. This show kind of broke me. I gotta admit. But at least I have the EU, and that's what fucking matters. That's the true Star Wars, and that's how they treat fucking Boba Fett. That's how you treat fucking Boba Fett, with fucking respect and integrity, instead of this fucking garbage. But anyway, please be sure to like this video. Let me know what you think of whatever this show was in the comment section below, and subscribe to my channel, Django Fett, and I'll see you, my fellow Mandalorian, my brothers and sisters, next time. Ooh, yeah!